Yo, what is going on, guys? It is meme gamer number 2 here. I almost forgot my own name. Yeah, what could he thought of that? And today we are going to be reacting to This Week in Sportsball NFL Week 15 edition 2020. So as of today that I'm uploading this, it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas to all of you. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what I know I am late on this. I know I am, but yeah, let's just see what's going on this week's 15. Bears beat Vikings. Back in the playoff. We're back in the playoff race. We're actually back in the playoff race. We're actually back in the playoff race for like the first time.
Would you look at that? It's the teams that should be in completely different locations if it weren't for the NFL's greed. I'm not being salty whatsoever. Even John Gruden knows it from his hat selection.
I feel bad. I still feel bad for San Diego to this day. Oh my god, man.
If it weren't for his groin pulling tricks in the back alley, he would be taken out early for the Oregon Civil War.
Oh wait, so we got injured in game?
Back in the saddle.
Oh, I thought he got injured
like
good
for coming in cold. The Raiders
Marcus Mariota was balling in this game.
If only it were that easy.
Like dead ass, he was balling in this game.
The Raiders defense is like Al Davis's corpse, cold and rotting to nothing but a skeletal remain. Yeah, I get they're missing about 5 starters in this game. It doesn't matter. This defense is fucking atrocious. You'd think for the moves they made over the offseason, I'd be expecting some sort of progress from this group. Certainly not for this team. Justin Herbert is...
And it's not only that, like just the defensive guys that they've drafted over the years, like Cleveland Farrell, they drafted offensive Henry Ruggs. Like in my opinion, he was too good to pass up, which made, and I'm pretty sure that made their offense secure for now. But just yeah, trading Khalil Mack to us. Still thank you, Raiders, but yeah. I feel like ever since they traded Khalil Mack, like their defense has just that has just not been the same.
Really good, but they literally became the autumn wind. No resistance.
They don't know how to draft defense.
Pass rush, secondary, anything. If Vegas had a real defense, they'd be playoff bound.
Yeah, they would. I would believe that. I think they would.
I trust them as much as someone ironically nicknames himself Money Badger.
Well, you got the Chiefs. You got the Chiefs. And it depends. It depends on it depends on the whole record. It depends on the whole record of the whole AFC.
Caught by the opposition. My apologies for that awful Joe Buck impersonation. I won't ever do it again. The Chargers must have thought the same thing as the Raiders were a rare feat. They sacked the quarterback. Oh boy, now you show up.
Wow.
Let's bask in this predictable miss by the Money Badger and head to overtime. Fucking Chargers always fucking everything up for the rest of us. This is the part where the Raiders get bailed out again, right?
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Well, let's just put it this way. They push down the field but don't have enough, so they kick a field goal. All they have to do is stop the Chargers once. Literally just once. Yet they failed. ESPN gave them a 100% chance of winning the game after that field goal. Obviously bullshit, but still. Congratulations, Raiders. Your postseason ambitions are now on life support. I wish fans were allowed in the stands to see this because they should be booing the shit out of you right now.
Yeah, true.
You blew it, boy. You really blew it.
Do you still doubt Buffalo?
That's like the thing about like the Raiders, like fans, like they're gonna say like, oh, our team is gonna do good this year when they don't even know that their defense is absolutely like atrocious. It's that bad. Like no, you're gonna be terrible.
Against a middling opponent. Denver, kid, nothing personal. You were just the unfortunate victim caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yes, it was your home stadium. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Josh Allen is like he's really the he's actually the real deal in that team. He's the real deal on that team.
From the momentum
Buffalo is ready now. They're ready now.
I must admit though, I have made a mistake. The Broncos weren't officially eliminated from playoff contention until now. Not that it matters. They've been unofficially out of the running for a bit now. Buffalo,
yeah.
They get a reward.
It was all because of that like early season playoff like
an AFC East title. Well done.
Buffalo was ready. They are ready.
Despite having a very lopsided record, the Panthers have lost 7 games by 1 score. Unless you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they will give you as close of a matchup as you can get. Going to Lambeau, Green Bay is unfortunately another team where they fall just short. Maybe it had to do with
They don't
Aaron
have that,
Rodgers
like,
continuing to do his thing.
Green Bay
Or it
doesn't
could
have
been
that,
where Teddy
like,
Bridge fumbled the ball near the goal
defensive
line.
explosiveness.
I'd say that was probably more important.
Like
What is more vital,
someone like the
is that
Bills have.
despite the Panthers quietly creeping back into the picture in the second half,
Or what's another
Rodgers took
team
his
with a good
trusty
defense?
stake and drove it right through the heart of the vampire. Make that 8 games the Panthers
Bro,
have
did you
lost by
see?
1 score.
But who
Despite
was
having a bit
that?
of a scare in the fourth quarter, Green Bay picture in the second half, Rodgers took his trusty stake and drove it right through the heart of the vampire. Make that 8 games
Oh, I
the
didn't even
Panthers
get to
have
see.
lost by
Yo,
1
was that
score.
Aaron
Despite having
Jones
a
or
bit
the
of a
rookie?
scare
I
in the
can't even
fourth
tell by
quarter,
their numbers.
Green
I don't
Bay
follow Green
maintains
Bay.
the #1 seed in the
I don't follow
NFC.
Green Bay.
You can rest easy now, cheeseheads. The Panthers are finally dead.
Eliminated.
Keep
Damn.
the trainer rolling in Carolina. For the second time in his career, Marty Herney has been fired as GM of the Panthers. Kind of odd to do it in the middle of a wholesale rebuild,
Who
but
was-
it
who was
makes
the
sense
last
if you look
GM?
past the surface. Herney was Jerry Richardson's pick. David Tepper wants his own man there like he did at coach. They disagree on long-term planning for the team. It's as simple as that. I never understood why they brought him back in the first place, but Richardson was loyal.
Oh, they
to
brought
a
him
fault.
back?
Not much you can do there.
Oh, I did not
If
know
you're
that.
at all
I thought it
familiar
was
with
somebody
the Lord of
else.
the Rings books, you will
Okay.
know about the madness of Denethor. He would send his son Faramir on a suicide mission to retake Osgiliath with
Jaguars need a
several
win
hundred men.
to like
They were predictably massacred.
Oh my
Jacksonville
gosh.
must have taken inspiration from this
I can't wait what he has to say about LA. It's happening.
passage.
It's happening.
They would send many men to their quick
happening.
and painful deaths. Baltimore must be taken for reasons. It goes as well as you would expect. The game is over before the first snap. They were outnumbered and outflanked.
Oh yeah, I
None
actually saw
survived.
cut a lot of this game.
Anything
Yeah,
for the
they were like
almighty
blown.
tank. The Ravens thank you for the free win to boost their playoff hopes. Would have been better for them to just forfeit. The Lions' season has been full of a
that's true.
combination of
I
irrelevance
might as well give
and
them a bye at
executive
that week.
ineptitude. This will continue when they have to face the final boss with an underpowered arsenal. They shit their pants in front of King Henry and his murderous horde.
Yep.
And now for some league-sanctioned battery.
Jesus.
Lord King Henry, that man had a family! They will join him in the afterlife shortly.
Not if it's
King
Detroit.
Henry needs more
Not if
souls to
it's
fuel
Detroit.
his perpetual machine. Detroit doesn't have too many viable ones left, but it will satisfy him temporarily.
Damn.
He needs the world. The Titans know this, and they will cater to him. We have lost far more than honor. We have also lost the safety of a 9-7 season.
Wow.
Scared, boys. As they leave another destroyed franchise in their wake, they continue to a
Oh wait,
division
they're 10 and
title.
4 now.
Detroit
I
merely gets
haven't
more
been
of the
following,
standard
like,
fare.
Football
Another
recently. I'm
predictable
sorry.
elimination
I'm sorry.
from the playoffs.
I've been focusing more on the NBA.
The Patriots are in an unusual situation today. They are fighting for their diminishing playoff lives.
Yep.
It's unfortunate for them that they have to face death itself. No, not the inevitable reality of a closing window.
Oh,
We're talking
damn.
about Miami. Harken back to the last few years, especially
Nice,
when
look.
New England had to travel down there. They have been their kryptonite. Much to the glee
He
of the rest
actually
of the
fumbled,
league,
like,
the Patriots
at the-
suffered a
like,
very
at the
similar
edge.
fate. The offense couldn't do enough
Like,
to
down- like,
compensate
at the
for their
sideline.
limitations. The defense sorely misses several key players, including Stephon Gilmore.
Jesus.
Miami mainly had to keep pushing forward, and they would
Torn
eventually
quad,
keep ahead.
Jesus. That is.
It's not as pretty as some of their other wins, but the Dolphins have a realistic shot of making the dance. Oh my god. I just realized something. It happened. I don't know how, but it finally happened. The New England Patriots have been eliminated from the playoffs. I feel like we
finally.
can breathe fresh air again.
Finally.
Hell will come for us again eventually, but at least for a day we can rejoice.
Let's go.
A world with a goddamn football
Yeah,
team
fuck
has
you,
better
Patriots
playoff hopes
fans.
than the Patriots. This is what the NFL has done to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Most
y'all could. Yeah, y'all Patriots. You guys could only win with the greatest of all time.
Fortunate
Y'all
that
had,
Alex
like,
Smith couldn't be here to join them this
only,
week due to
like,
injury. Now
one-
they must rely on
One
Dwayne
losing
Haskins
season
for any semblance of
without
hope.
Tom Brady.
They should know
with
that
a
this hasn't
injury.
ended well in the past. This would
Y'all could only
continue
win
here
with the
against
greatest of all
Seattle.
time.
Don't think this is going to be easy for the Seahawks either. You already had your de facto bye week last week. This game is going to be close until the very end thanks to Washington's defense.
Jesus.
And Seattle's penchant for not caring about playing a full 60-minute game. What a shame name redacted didn't have any real semblance of an offense. At this point, Haskins is going to be traded for a 6th-round pick at best. and his value keeps dropping. Washington's loss is another's gain, however. Despite being a literal heart attack generator, Seattle goes on to January.
From like being like a like literally like the most hyped up quarterback in that draft to like being like, I don't know, like what's the best like comparison in his like personality? And Dwayne Haskins, I don't know.
Football.
He was like the most hyped quarterback in that class too.
Being dumped from Sunday Night Football for the Browns. There isn't much lower you can stoop as a franchise than with that humiliation.
Damn.
Honestly, it shouldn't have been the case. This is as premium an injury bowl as you're going to get.
Oh my god.
Lost. Two teams missing significant chunks of their starting core and many key players to injury. The hell could go wrong here?
Oh wait, what?
The 49ers, quite a lot. This is literally the same.
Oh my god, okay, so tired.
A team with significant playoff aspirations wrecked prematurely by a metric barrage of wounded. Against the Cowboys, there's no hope for them. The game is really close to set issues, but San Francisco reinforced their incredible disappointment.
Yeah, that was a nice-ass catch, I'm not gonna lie.
Turnover prone. The defense is weakened by atrophy.
Damn.
Dalton and Tony Pollard did everything right. Dallas pulls away in the end to keep them hanging on the edge of the playoff race. It's been a shitty year, Niners, but should I tell him? Fuck it, I will anyway. There's going to be a
Zeke is gonna get traded. He's gonna get traded.
Get out.
Like, Zeke has to get traded after this season.
Leave it to Atlanta to live up to every goddamn stereotype.
Like, it's, I feel like they're not gonna trade him just because they feel like he's still valuable. But I feel like they have to trade him. Like, now he's done. And
type about their franchise.
He's
With
done.
absolutely nothing to play for besides the false impression that they still have hope for next year, they go all out. Not just that, but it's against a playoff contender in Tampa Bay.
I've seen this.
This is the kind of talent they would flex from time to time.
Hey,
Not
good
only
catch.
crushing their opponent on both sides of the ball, but
That's
showing no signs of stopping. The flaunted Buccaneers offense can do nothing. It's stunning to see. A 17-point lead in the middle of the third quarter. Now, where the hell have I seen this type of scenario before? Tom Brady trying to come back against the Falcons, who have a significant double-digit lead? At this point, it's not even worth a comparison because Atlanta has made this so fucking routine, it's not even surprising. Are you even the slightest bit shocked that they blew it? Because
God damn.
I've gone from anger to laughter to straight-up apathy. It's not even news when this happens these days. A mere 95.3% chance of winning? I've seen this episode before. So not only does Tampa Bay escape with a win, like many
I'm not even surprised either.
Year, but they get to play them again at home in Week 17. Here's more knowledge to pass on. Since 28-3, the Falcons are 28-34. Does that sound familiar as well? I'm not even joking at this point.
Hell?
Blow it up. It's not even an overreaction. They have to dismantle the core. I just don't know if they can. Not with those dead cap hits. They're stuck in hell. And it's their own damn doing.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
This game is utterly...
And, like, and I don't think it's just like that. Like, I feel like, with just the value of, like, somebody like Julio Jones in general. Like, you're talking about, like, the greatest, who could be one of the greatest wide receivers, like this game, like, has ever seen. Like, I feel like that's just, like, way too much, like, value to give up for a team that's just been not doing good. Unless, you know, you want to go back to Julio Jones being the best receiver. What would be a, like, statistically good trade for him? Maybe, like, I don't know. What they need to do is that they need to trade Julio Jones and Matt Ryan to a contender, and then that contender needs to dump like their first round picks and their young players. It might not be the greatest decision, but it'll work.
Really crucial
It'll
to
work.
both franchises in their playoff quest. It tends to happen that both teams are bitter NFC North Division rivals as well, so bragging rights are paramount. You cannot lose to the team that could knock you out of contention. Even worse, the loser of this game will probably deal with a mass purge of the coaching staff and some players. Mitch Trubisky might not be here next season, but he's auditioning for teams in free agency. The Vikings are just trying to salvage any sense of what is looking to be a disappointing season. Throughout the game, Chicago would keep their distance against Minnesota. Every epidemiologist would be proud of them for their efforts to isolate.
Oh my god. Oh, nice truck. Let's go.
Even with Trubisky trying to give the Vikings a precious gift, the Bears defense lived up to the hype. At least for the final 2 drives, Chicago did what they had to do. Their playoff hopes get some life again. As for Minnesota, you've lost and you know what this means. The season is all but lost. People will probably be
Kyle
fired.
Santos has been automatic this year
Unacceptable
for
outcome
us.
for a team hoping to make it there at minimum. In other words, Vikings gonna Viking. At least something's consistent this year. A rematch of a bitter pill to swallow.
Let's go.
Several
Back in
weeks
playoff
ago,
race.
Houston had a chance to upend Indianapolis and win a needed game to damper Miami's draft pick. They fumbled it away. This time they will have
I don't really
revenge
have
on
anything
the
to say
road.
about the Bears,
You
if I'm
may
being
say
honest.
the Colts have jumped out to a quick 14
Guess we're back in the playoff
but
race, and we're
look at
gonna
Deshaun Watson.
win the whole.
He doesn't want to lose. He's got too much ability to
Win the whole
settle with
roll.
such a disappointing outcome. Thanks to players like him, the Texans are keeping pace with their divisional foe. Clock would be eaten, yards gained, field goals traded, tied at 20. Houston's sponge-like
Holy
defense
crap,
remains
I'm
as
so
porous
tired,
as
guys.
expected. They allow Indianapolis to score a touchdown to go up by 7. But Deshaun won't make the same mistakes again. He will drive the length of the field and guide Houston to a win. His chance is here.
Over the middle.
Oh my god.
Inside the 5.
Oh my god. Are you?
Zone.
Poetry. All I see is the
Who
poetry
was
of
that just
motion.
fumbled the ball? I didn't see.
Nearly the
Who was that? Who was that? Who was that?
He will drive the length of the field and guide Houston to a win. His chance is here.
Over the middle. Caught. Inside the 5.
Oh.
Ball is
Who
loose.
is that? I can't even see his name.
Poetry. All I see is the poetry of motion. Nearly the exact same outcome as last time. It is the punishment of Houston sports. The succubus always enjoys their suffering. The New York Jets. No matter what you hope from them, they will fuck everything up. When they need to win, they lose. When it's in their best interest to lose, they win.
Yep.
A shit show franchise with next to no talent and a suicidal desire to remain a laughingstock for years to come. It continues here. Rams, what the fuck was that? Can you gain some fucking consistency for once in your goddamn lives? You'll completely dominate teams one week and then shit the bed against one of the worst teams in football's recent memory. Why are you treating the ball like an immovable object? The Rams are considered to have an upper echelon defense.
Are the
after
Jets
crushing the
really like
Patriots.
a bad team
Really?
in general,
Upper
or
echelon?
is it like
When you can't even stop a totally broken
like
Sam
okay?
Darnold?
Here's the thing:
How in God's name were the Jets up by 17? They were baked.
are like the Jets like a bad team, like performing team in general? Because they obviously they are. They're like one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. Yeah, they are one of the worst teams.
You to come back and win, but you had to keep getting in your own way.
Yep.
Now the worst case scenario has happened for both teams. The imperfect season lies dead. You know
Damn
something?
it.
I had a feeling the Jets would win one random game they shouldn't have been competitive in. I just didn't think it would be this one. Figured LA was going to be too focused on trying to keep pace with Seattle. But they flopped so hard that they allowed the Jets to not only win, but potentially fumble their entire tank.
Yep.
Yes, Jets, you have won the battle, but may have lost the war. Thanks to tiebreakers, Jacksonville now holds the #1 pick in the draft. You have to hope they randomly win a game soon, and it doesn't look like they're keen on that happening. Dreams of Lawrence fade for the grim reality of the killing fields. So on brand, it's not even funny. Rams, delete your franchise immediately. You have shamed yourselves greatly with this loss. And
They
no
got,
one will
like,
take you seriously from this point forward.
If you get the opportunity,
Like-
you should kill yourself.
Backup
more
QB
weeks
for the
to
Eagles
do
coming
it.
in when the team needs him the most and thriving in the chaos.
They're not gonna do it. Oh my
They
god.
may have very slim hopes of making the playoffs, but to spoil Arizona's chances would be a good statement for the team. The result
really
of this
tired.
matchup is a smorgasbord of offense. Jalen Hurts is somehow generating momentum for an Eagles group much maligned throughout the season. Kyler Murray does the same for the Cardinals, but with some huge red flags. The turnover game is alarming for Arizona. Their crucial fumbles and picks are allowing Philadelphia to maintain a pulse. The game close in the second half, and Jalen not looking to relax, the Cardinals know the stakes.
The hell was that
They need to win this
catch?
game to maintain control of the final playoff seed. Tied at 26, things are getting dicey, but thanks to the magical powers of DeAndre Hopkins, they regain control of the lead. This is Jalen's moment. It's time to gain the mantle of Foles, the next legend of Philly. He guides them to the red zone. The touchdown is in sight, but it's not enough. Turnover on downs. Fortunately, the defense does its job, and the Eagles get the ball back. They have one more chance. Can they do it?
Does he have a rabbit?
And
in his
Hurts
hand?
to
For the end zone. Tip ball
down.
incomplete.
It's not enough. The Cardinals hang on
Not
for
enough.
dear life to both the game and a playoff
double
seed.
coverage.
Now for more Carson Wentz drama. Good luck trying to get someone to take on that contract if you want to trade him. The Saints need any sort of lifeline to
Oh
stay
yeah,
alive
I
for
forgot
the
the
number
Carson
one
Wentz
seed in the
contract. Like,
conference. They may have gotten it. Jesus Christ himself descended from the heavens with healthy ribs and core. He has returned under center. Kansas City will be a great challenge, but it's crucial that they win. So far, they've been up to the challenge. The defense has been sturdy. They aren't making too many mistakes. Kansas City is. They're at
okay, yeah, I'm
least
going to
keeping
sleep
it
after
within
this.
distance. And that's all you can ask for playing against the best of the best.
Saints run him.
Oh my God.
Ball's out. It's in the end zone. Saints. Oh, they can't hold on.
Sadly, you have to make your opportunities count against them. 5
Damn.
more points on your score could have turned the tide, but you can't keep the Chiefs down for very long. Not with their talent. Not with their scheming. Not with the Saints'
Was that
offense
throw on
being
the
unable to
sideline?
keep
What
pace
the
with them.
heck?
I will
What
give
was
them
that
props.
throw,
They kept it
Patrick?
damn close. It was nearly a story for the ages,
Oh,
but Kansas City
that was a
manages
fumble.
to go for the kill on their final drive. They win by 3. Now, only if you could have had that fumble that slipped out of your hands back, we may be talking a different story. Pity. You needed this one for your first round bye hopes.
Yeah.
It's a reunion of many. Daniel Jones is out of this game to injury, so Colt McCoy will get the nod. And not just him. Jason Garrett is dealing with coronavirus, so Freddie Kitchens will be calling plays today.
Oh my God.
It all makes perfect sense now. Kitchens is doing the most for the Browns than he ever did as a head coach. The Giants would gain yardage, but never seal the deal when it was needed. It's a wasted effort.
Bro, how
from
did
that
Evan
defense,
Ingram
which
make
has
the
molded
Pro
into
Bowl?
a rather
Seriously.
cohesive unit this past month or so.
How did he make the
New
Pro
York
Bowl?
could do nothing on the offensive side of the ball, which is logical considering they are short on manpower. Excuses or not, it's another squandered opportunity for them, especially if they want to win Tank Division. Their loss is Cleveland's game. They needed this win to keep up pace in the AFC playoff race. And they also have 10 wins this year. No, Browns fans, you are not dreaming. This is the world we live in. It had to be done kicking and screaming, but you are relevant. Cherish it. What? There was a game on Monday night? No, you must be dreaming. No such thing occurred on that night.
Oh my
The
gosh.
only thing I remember was watching Pittsburgh secure the AFC North. Nothing bad happened. I will hear no arguments. Anything else being spread around is a false narrative. It will not be discussed here. And I hope to never hear of any such heresy on this program ever again.
Oh
The
boy.
playoff race is really heating up at this point in time, with a lot at stake for everyone.
Okay.
The AFC North is still in play, as Cleveland will win it if they win out and Pittsburgh loses out. The AFC South tiebreaker goes to Tennessee, but Indy can win it if they win out and the Titans lose at least one game. The wild cards are interesting. Indy, Miami, and Cleveland have them at the moment, but Baltimore is hot on their tail. Oakland has a very slim shot, but they'll need a lot to go right for it to happen.
Okay.
Tank division is still anyone's race. The
Tank
football team is the
division.
best shot by controlling their own destiny, but the Giants have tiebreaker on them. And Dallas and Philly can still clinch if they win out and a few dice roll their way. The NFC South is all
What are
but New
Chicago's
Orleans is at
chances?
the moment, but Tampa can clinch it if they win out and the Saints lose out. The NFC West, let's put it this way. Week 16 will go a long way to deciding who wins. Seattle wins that game, they claim it. If LA wins, the Rams most likely have it. Wild cards for the NFC
Oh,
are
here it
still
is.
a coin flip.
31%,
Nobody's
okay.
yet, but the Bucks, Rams, and Cardinals hold them for now. The Bears can make it if they win out and one of those 3 teams loses a game or 2. And the Vikings are clinging on for dear life after last week's loss. It's going to be an interesting 2 weeks, and you know the rules.
Don't get eliminated!
Oh joy. The lol cow of the week. This one's pretty straightforward. The nominees are the Rams, the Jets, and the Steelers. All for very, very obvious reasons. Let's take a look at what the audience decided for this week's fate. No surprising, the Pittsburgh Steelers, for the glories of getting humiliated by a broken team on primetime football. Can't say it's undeserved, but the Rams should have gotten more flack. No, I'm not salty. Stop asking. The playoffs are about to be here, and many are looking to lock up their spots for the festivities.
Okay.
Let's consider one of these teams to be your private information, browser searches, web history, etc. You want the security of a playoff berth. You don't want it to be compromised in any way. You want protection from outside danger.
Is it NordVPN?
It's easier said than done, you think. Not when it comes to internet privacy. With ExpressVPN, you not only have your information.
ExpressVPN, my bad. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.